what now I'm running this. You don't wanna follow me, I'm up in front of this. Iron in the trouble with the troops, trying to get it what it does. Battling and I never lose, we some motherfucking warriors.
Yo, what is going on guys? It's your boy Manthas here, and today I've got a new Critical Ops Academy video for you guys. It's been a long time since I've done one of these, so if you want to see more tutorials and guides from me, then let me know down in the comments. Today's video is going to be about the new smoke coming in the future 1.29 update for Critical Ops. I'll be telling you guys everything you need to know about the new smoke grenade, so you can be ready to pop off any of your ranked matches in the future update. Let's hop right into this video. So for starters, let's look at the differences between the old and new smoke. The old smoke had some weird and inconsistent shape that allowed for certain players to see through gaps in the smoke while others could not. This would often result in someone thinking an angle is smoked off completely, while in reality your opponent could potentially see through a gap in the smoke. This is not the case with these new smokes, as they will always be 100% consistent in shape, taking on a spherical kind of shape. In addition, the old smokes could pop after the standard throw time, meaning that they could sort of, just have a smoke effect in the air as they travel. But that's not the case with this new smoke. These new smokes only pop after they stop moving completely, so that will change a lot of features about throwing smokes in the air. Now that you know the key differences, let's talk about how you can use these new smokes to win rounds. This smoke looks incredible on the outside, but to further understand it, we're first going to talk about the inside of the smoke. You'll notice that the second you step inside the smoke, your vision completely goes away, and the only real way you can actually tell where you're going is by looking at the minimap. You literally can't see anything inside the smoke. Even if you're standing right next to an opponent, you won't be able to tell. This means smokes will have two real applications if you're intending on having someone inside them. First, you can use the smoke in the classic way to try and stall a push, meaning that it will now be much harder to push through the smoke as you literally won't be able to see anything at all going through it. As you can tell by this clip I'm about to play here, when you push inside the smoke you can't see anything, so by the time you step outside it will probably catch you by surprise while your opponents will have clear and 100% vision on you as you're pushing through it. The next aspect of the smoke will be for post-plant situations. Since you really can't see anything through a smoke, you can use it to easily ninja defuse after the bomb has been planted. Now I'm going to show you guys two different scenarios where you can use the smoke in a post-plant situation to get the defuse off easier. For this example, I'm going to be taking it to Lab 1 on Bureau. So let's assume that the bomb is planted in a default area and you know your opponent is sitting in the back towards Lab 1. Now you can use your smoke in two different ways. The first way is you can throw your smoke like this so that it doesn't protect you but it blocks his vision so they can't see anything. You can start tapping the bomb or even try to stick it to try and scare your opponent into pre-firing. If he doesn't get the kill, he will most likely end up pushing through the smoke to try and make sure that you don't get that defuse off. And if he does that, that gives you a free opportunity to try and take him out. However, if you want to be a little more sneaky, you can just throw the smoke on top of yourself and you can try to stick the bomb inside the smoke. Now this is a lot more risky, but in the right situations, if you can hold the defuse from a spot that your opponents won't expect it, like if you sit far away from the bomb and defuse it, you actually might be able to scare them into thinking that you're not defusing or something, but you could really just be sticking it inside the smoke and they would have no idea. Next, I want to talk to you guys about using these smokes on T-side if you need to use it to smoke off a cross or something so you can get to sight. With the old smokes, they would pop in the air, so you could cross while the smoke would linger in the air for a few seconds, but now it will only pop while it's holding still, when it's on the ground not moving at all anymore. This means that it will be much more ideal to try and create your own lineups for smokes on bigger maps, like Raid, Canals, and Grounded. If you would like for me to show you guys good and easy lineups for these maps so that you can throw smokes to be able to cross the site, then I can make that a future series for you guys if you'd be interested. Let me know in the comments. But for now, I will just use one example on Raid. I like to use this smoke where you stand in the back corner of the A connector and aim your crosshair around this area. If you perform a jump throw, it will land perfectly at the entrance to the arch and completely smoke off the CT vision even if you're standing on the stairs. This smoke also takes about 5 seconds or so to travel, so you can easily throw the smoke and then push up with your team while you wait for it to pop so that you guys can cross the site. Another key thing to know about smokes is that they'll travel through walls. Now, although this might not seem like a very useful feature for you guys, it can definitely call for some unique ways to block vision from your opponents. For this example, I will be using Raid once again. If you like going for the classic tunnels control strat, one smoke that I came up with is that you can have a teammate push up and throw a smoke at mid over here, and it will go through the floor. Which means that although it looks like it's smoking off the CT area, it will also smoke below at tunnels, so it will allow you to push towards the B side of tunnels while your opponents are fully smoked off on the other side. You can also do this with the other side if you want to smoke off the B side of tunnels so you can push through A. Either way will work. The point is the smoke will go through the floor, so you can have a teammate throw that for you so that you're not slowed down trying to throw a good smoke. Now this doesn't mean they might not still push through the smoke, but as we deduced before, it's very dangerous to push through smokes now, because you won't be able to see anything on the other side of it. Now, I want to quickly talk about something you can use to counter an opponent hiding inside a smoke. If you're scared that someone is sitting in a smoke waiting to leap out at you when you least expect it, you can use one thing to counter them: flashbangs. Now, flashes will still affect you regardless of a smoke. If you're inside it or if it's blocking you, it doesn't matter. So you can throw a flash inside a smoke and your opponents won't even be able to see it, but they will still get the full effect from the flash if it pops near them or if they're looking towards it. So that's a good way that you can counter someone camping in a smoke. You can just throw a flash there and they won't even be able to see the flash, so it's actually kind of broken because it's like a hidden flash that they can't even see, but it will still fully blind them. Now, before this episode ends, I want to talk about something huge that will be coming to Critical Ops with this new smoke: the addition to one-way smokes. Now, if you do a lot of planning and defining lineups, you can find elevated objects to land your smokes on so that your opponents would experience a one-way smoke, meaning you can see their feet or their legs, but if they push through the smoke, they won't be able to see anything, because the way these smokes work is that if your head is inside the smoke, you can't see anything. Now, I have a lot of cool one-way lineups that I've already made myself, but I'm not going to be sharing all of them with you. However, if you guys really want, I can make another video giving you all a guide on how to find your own one-way smokes so that you can dominate in ranked matches with them. Let me know in the comments if you want to see an extended guide on how to create your own one-way smokes, because if you're willing to learn how to make a one-way smoke, it can really pay off a lot in the competitive scene, and also if you just want to use them for your own ranked matches. I'll also be releasing guides for the new frags and flashbangs in the future, so if you'd like to see those, be sure to leave a like on this vid and sub so I can continue making vids like these. Thank you all so much for watching this guide on the new smoke coming in the next Critical Ops update, and I'll see you guys in the next video.